the Knights of Ren.
Ugh.
One of the biggest things that I was hoping for in The Last Jedi, and I think this speaks to the directness of the way this film, Rise of Skywalker, addresses The Last Jedi and the criticisms that were leveled against it. Where were the Knights of Ren? We wanted to see the Knights of Ren. So we got some Knights of Ren in this movie, and I think that's why, is because they weren't in the last one, and that's something that fans kind of cried out for. What do you think? Why were they added?
They were just set dressing for the establishing shots on every new planet that they arrived at. No, I was super...
It's not inaccurate.
I was super disappointed because when I first saw Force Awakens, like most people, I was pretty stoked to see these Knights of Ren. I thought they looked so cool, so interesting. Their weapons varied. One looks like he's straight up carrying a Buster Sword from Final Fantasy, which is dope. And I thought we would actually see them in action here, even though they were MIA in The Last Jedi. And we did a little bit.
They were cannon fodder.
But man.
But I mean, so are stormtroopers, so there you go.
There has yet to be a duel / lightsaber combat scenario as interesting as the throne room in The Last Jedi. And I thought we were getting teed up for that moment at the end of The Rise of Skywalker.
So did I.
And wow, what a lame fight that was.
In comparison.
In comparison.
I think a lot of the lightsaber fighting was a little lackluster.
Kylo did have his moments, though, where he added character to the combat, which I appreciate, like him blocking while crouched over, and he's like taking a breath, like very calm, cool, and collected. It almost felt like I was being transported back to Kylo's training at the Jedi Temple, which I thought was really neat.
I like seeing him run around with a blaster, too.
Yeah, it was cool. It was like...
kind of clumsy, a little bit random, but still pretty cool.
It felt like I was living through a Star Wars, almost like Jedi Fallen Order moment, in that I was taking out some higher elite enemies.
Well, I think the Knights of Ren were an answer. That, I think, was a fan service answer, because like ever since we saw them in the trailer for the Force Awakens, we wanted to know more about them. We wanted to see them in action. We just never got that. So they tried to give us a little something, but it just wasn't enough. And the weapons, I don't get it. They don't seem practical.
Yeah.
They're huge. Why are they so big?
Here's the one reason why I appreciate the weapons, because all of the, most of these Sith Lords, they all have like a bunch of like kind of Sith dark side adjacent like wannabe apprentice people who aren't Sith, but they're kind of waiting in the wings. Asajj Ventress, the Inquisitors, they're all good examples of this, but they all have lightsabers, so they just look like Sith. Not so with the Knights of Ren. They carry clubs and huge swords and stuff.
And I'm
just
hoping
weird
this
weapons.
Even in Rebels, they get the lightsabers that can work as helicopters too. Let's go, whoa, it's like,
that makes so much sense.
Where are those weapons at? Yeah, I know.
I do love those.
It just feels like they're Sith cosplayers to me. Not that there's a strike against cosplayers, but just that they are trying so hard to be something that they clearly are not.
That was a great take, Nick. Great takes, David. Thank you for joining me. But our hot takes aren't worth nearly as much as yours are. So make sure that you let us know what you thought of Rise of Skywalker down below in the comments. Was it a response to The Last Jedi? Was it doing its own thing? Did it work for you? Did it not? Let us know. And anyway, thank you for watching. And now that you're all caught up, check out Palpatine in 5 minutes. I really like that one. I made that one. I stuffed as many Palpatine memes as I possibly could into that thing. Anyway, you remember to follow and subscribe IGN wherever you like to watch.